Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing fine, and today I'm gonna finish the story I started 4 days ago, 5 days ago. So, the story is the passing of Black Eagle. Let's do this. Bad acted on the level, agreeing to take a subordinate place in the gang until Black Eagle should have been given a trail as leader. After a great deal of consultation, studying of timetables, and discussion of the country's topography, the time and place for carrying out their new enterprise was decided upon. At that time, there was a feedstuff famine in Mexico and a cattle famine, no idea, in certain parts of the United States, and there was a brisk international trade. Brisk. Much money was being shipped along the railroads that connected the two republics. It was agreed that the most promising place for the contemplated robbery was at Espina, a little station on the I and GN, about 40 miles north of Laredo. The train stopped there, and 1 minute the country around was wild and unsettled. The station consisted of but one house in which the agent lived. Black Eagle's band set out riding by night, arriving in the vicinity of Espina. They rested their horses all day in a thicket a few miles distant. The train was due at Espina at 10:30 p.m. They could drop the train and be well over the Mexican border with their booty by daylight the next morning. To do Black Eagle justice, he exhibited no signs of flinching from the responsible honors that had been conferred upon him. He assigned his men to their respective posts with discretion, and coached them carefully as to their duties. On each side of the track, four of the band were to lie concealed in the chaparral. Gotch Ear Rogers was to stick up the station agent. Bronco Charlie was to remain with the horses, holding them in readiness. Readiness. At a spot where it was calculated the engine would be when the train stopped. Bad King was to lie hidden on one side, Black Eagle himself on the other. The two would get the drop of the engineer and fireman, force them to descend, and proceed to the rear. Then the express car would be looted and the escape made. No one was to move until Black Eagle gave the signal by firing his revolver. The plan was perfect. At 10 minutes to train time, every man was at his post. Effectually concealed by the thick chaparral, something familiar, chaparral. that grew almost to the rails. The night was dark and lowering, with a fine drizzle falling from the flying Gulf clouds. Black Eagle crouched behind a bush within 5 yards of the track. Two six-shooters were belted around him. Occasionally he drew a large black bottle from his pocket and raised it to his mouth. A star appeared far down the track, which soon waxed into the headlight of the approaching train. It came on with an increasing roar. The engine bore down upon the ambushing desperadoes with a glare and a shriek, like some avenging monster come to deliver them to justice. Black Eagle flattened himself upon the ground. Flattened. The engine, contrary to their calculation, instead of stopping between him and Bud King's place of concealment, passed fully 40 yards farther before it came to a stand. The bandit leader rose to his feet and peered around the bush. His men all lay quiet, awaiting the signal. Immediately opposite Black Eagle was a thing that drew his attention. Instead of being a regular passenger train, it was a mixed one. Before him stood a box car, the door of which by some means had been left slightly open. Black Eagle went up to it and pushed the door farther open. And a door came forth. A damp, rancid, familiar, musty, intoxicating, beloved odor, stirring strongly at old memories of happy days, return, wanderer, smells of the rose that twines his boyhood's cottage home. Nostalgia seized him. He put his hand inside. Excelsior. Dry, springy, curly, soft, and teasing covered the floor. Outside, the drizzle had turned to a chilling rain. The train bell clanged. The bandit chief unbuckled his belt and cast it, with its revolvers, upon the ground. His spurs followed quickly, and his broad sombrero. Black Eagle was mounting. The train started with a rattling jerk. The ex-terror of the porter scrambled into the boxcar and closed the door. Stretched luxuriously upon the Excelsior, with the black bottle clasped closely to his breast, his eyes closed, and a foolish, happy smile upon his terrible features, Chicken Ruggles started upon his return trip. Undisturbed, with the band of desperate bandits lying motionless, awaiting the signal to attack, the train pulled down from Espina. As its speed increased and the black masses of chaparral went whizzing past on either side, the express messenger, lighting his pipe, looked through his window and remarked greenly. What a jam dandy place for a hold up. Yeah, that wasn't his plan, but yeah, he just changed it. Alright, guys, that's a good story. Thank you for joining me today, and see you tomorrow on the next one. Thank you. Bye.